Quaquaval has been a lone duck compared to its other counterparts of Gen 9 starters, with Skeledirge and Meowscarada doing really well in this generation. However, Quaquaval hasn't had the same results, but in Regulation H it's been ticking up, with almost top cutting the Baltimore Regional Championship and now getting 3rd place in the first Regulation H Global Challenge, one of the biggest online tournaments. We're going to be trying out the Quaquaval team and seeing how well it can perform. This is a triple choice hyper offensive rain team created by Sempra, who was able to get 3rd place at the Global Challenge. We have a lot of techs that might be able to catch off guard. So we have a big one. We have Pelipper and Archaludon, but this is not the Pelipper Archaludon you would normally see with Focus Sash Pelipper, as well as like a Assault Vest Archaludon. This one is meant for really heavy damage. So we have Choice Scarf Pelipper that's able to do quite a bit, outspeed a lot of Pokemon like Mousehold, Whimsicott, etc. with that Choice Scarf help, able to throw off some pretty powerful Hurricanes and the Weather Ball, of course. U-turn for pivoting, and Scarf Tailwind's actually not bad against opposing Tailwind. It's kind of necessary, but more importantly, it might allow Archaludon to outspeed some Pokemon that's really crucial, like an Annihilate, for instance, or a Mousehold. And then with that Tailwind setup, the Choice Specs Archaludon can just blow up a Mon and not lose its sturdy and to get boosted with its Electro Shots. And this Archaludon, Era Electric Electro Shot with Choice Specs, able to nuke so much, and I mean so much of the format, with how powerful the combination can be. The sturdy allows it to survive one turn because it is a very frail variant, since it doesn't have an Assault Vest set, and is just focused on doing as much damage as possible with that Electro Shot with Terra Electric, but has really good coverage with the Flash Cannon, Draco Meteor, and the Dragon Pulse for a more accurate dragging move. We have the King Gambit with the Defiant and the Classic, helps against size spam. A Sucker Punch priority is always really nice to help clear up some Focus Sash Mons. Able to do quite a bit. Kowtow, Cleave, Sucker Punch, and Iron Head over Swords Dance, but you don't really need it because this team isn't really about setting up with Swords Dance and trying to beat your opponent that way. It's about doing as much damage as possible with your triple choice Mons. We have the Choice Banded Dragapult that's able to do a lot. One of the fastest Pokemon in the format, able to outspeed a majority and go for the really strong Dragon Darts, Phantom Force, or fast U-turn out. That Terra Dragon just helps power up that Dragon Darts and Outrage to do even more insane damage. And it does a really, again, this team is about outspeeding your opponent and dishing out heavy damage to overwhelm them before they can fire back. We have the Assault Vest Rillaboom again to help out against the size spam, which is really nice. The Grassy Surge helps against water types, able to do quite a bit with the Wood Hammer and Grassy Glide for another priority. Again, really useful for Trick Room teams with the Fake Out and being able to tank attacks as a pivot mon. Finally, we have the Star, we have the Quaquaval, which is a really cool mon on this team. Terra Water to boost up its water type moves, alongside the Rain with the Pelipper, allows it to do a lot of damage with that Aqua Step, a really unique move to Quaquaval because it is a decently powerful water type attack that also boosts its speed guaranteed. So it can do a lot of damage and boost up its speed to outspeed opposing threats in the later turns. And with that Focus Sash, you're able to hang around for at least one move and to do a lot. The close combat, really good fighting coverage, especially helps out against a lot of King Gambits and Archaludons, which are very common Pokemon in the format. And this one running a very cheeky Upper Hand move. So if you don't know, Upper Hand is a move in Generation 9 which is able to stop priority moves. It's an attack that stops priority moves only if your opponent goes for a priority move, however, and will flinch them in response. It's a weak fighting move. It's about 65 base power. However, what's really important is King Gambit is a very common Pokemon in the format, so you can go for the Upper Hand before they can go for a Sucker Punch. That could be pretty big to preserve the sturdy on Archaludon, as well as it pairs really nicely with the Dragapult because you have really good coverage utilizing the Quaquaval that's able to hit Incineroar, able to hit King Gambit, can stop the Sucker Punch basically, and then the Dragapult that's just safe to just go for attacks. It's a really nice synergy, can do a lot of damage, just overwhelm teams easily with this. If you would like to check out the details of the team and the creator who did make a video about this team, go check him out down below in the description. Size Spam, Braviary, Hatterene, Indie, Sneasler, the Hydreigon, and Golden Go. Alright, so Size Spam, not pleasant. We do have a King Gambit. We do have a Rila, which is not bad here in this matchup. Do I want to bring the Rain mode, or do I want to just go offense? Because I could definitely see myself not even bringing Pelipper. This Pelipper doesn't really do much. I think I'd rather have some offense here. Like, for instance, Dragapult's good into Sneasler unless they carry the Dark move. Or I could go with Dragapult. Dragapult's not too bad either. I think I go with King Gambit plus Quaquaval lead. Yeah, I like King Gambit, Quaquaval, have Rila in the back. Because I think I am seeing the Sneasler lead. Like, I think it would be very likely here. And I'll lead King Gambit in case they lead anything else, like any of the Psychic types. Last mon, I don't know if I want Arcalodon or if I want Dragapult. Because I think they're both good. Like, this has Sturdy, which is nice. But this is just faster than everything on their team. And switches in the Sneasler better. I think I'll go in with Dragapult. I think Dragapult's probably safer. I have Quaquaval as a Focus Sash mon that can threaten the Sneasler as well, because the problem with leading Dragapult, I just don't want to risk the Terra Dark move on the Sneasler if it is the case, because I think their team might be a little bit weak here to game. Okay, we're gonna see the Hatterene lead with the Sneasler. Fun. We're gonna see Fake Out. I don't think you should be Fake Out on this team. I think I'm just gonna go for an Aqua Step into the Sneasler, and I'm gonna go for Protect. I don't think it's fake. I don't think it's Fake Out Sneasler. I think this could be like an NDD play. Maybe I could have. Yeah, I think this could be an NDD play for either slot, depending on what they want to read here. I don't know if the Hatterene stays in. I feel like Sneasler wants to go for the close combat, but I have no clue. I just don't think it's Fake Out, at least. All right, we see a Terra come out, which... find out which Terra it is. Going to be Terra on the Hatterene into what? Fire? I have a feeling this is Fake Out on Quaquaval, even though I don't think it should be Fake Out on the Sneasler on this team. All right, we'll protect our King Gambit. Okay, they Dire Claw to Quaquaval. All right, I think I'm going down anyway, so that shouldn't matter too much. So we get the Aqua Step off into the Sneasler, which is actually going to be really good damage. Yep. Puts in a potential Sucker Punch threat range. Trick Room. Wait, that's good for my King Gambit. Okay. Interesting. Yet I don't have a swap here, which is kind of unfortunate for me. I think I always go for Protect with my Quaquaval. I don't know what I'm doing with the King Gambit, though. I feel like I just kowtow. Question is, who am I kowtowing? I think I just kowtow the Sneasler slot. Because I don't know if it has Protect or not. We protect our Quaquaval. I don't think you're going to Mystical Fire. I think you just Gleam here. Yeah. Like, Gleam makes way too much sense when there's a Pelipper potentially in the back. So you're not going to go for Mystical Fire if you have it. Gleam going to come out into King Gambit. I take that really well. It's not Life Orb on the Hatterene. We are able to KO the Sneasler, which is great. All right. If they reveal the real... Let's see. Like, I definitely live a... I wonder if it's Covert Cloak. That's my issue. Are you Covert Cloak on the Hatterene? So if I stall out this Trick Room turns, I'm in a good spot, but I have no idea what attack they're going to try to go for. Is this NDD coming in? Is this... I don't know what else you could really bring out here. Hydreigon's not really that good. Gold is not good because he can't Terra. I guess Hydreigon's okay, but the problem is the King Gambit's still kind of a threat here. I kind of wish I brought Pelipper now over Dragapult, but I was not expecting them to go the Trick Room route here, guaranteed. So we'll find out. I thought this was going to be like a play around the Sneasler NDD combination. We're going to see that's Braviary. Okay. Last year, min speed should be fine. I'm just going to go for an Aqua Step into the Hatterene, and I think I'm going to go for the Terra Dark because we saw the Dazzling Gleam damage. Double damage into King Gambit off super effective doesn't KO the King Gambit. I want to get rid of the Braviary so I can lock in these Pokemon to my Rillaboom getting into grassy terrain afterward. I also don't think I KO'd a Hatterene anyway, so the only problem is I do have to watch out and make sure that Trick Room never goes up again, but I should be okay otherwise. So we'll go for the Terra. Because if they Mystical Fire, this also covers that play. I don't want them to Mystical Fire. It should be Dazzling Gleam, though. Ah, they protect Braviary. That's not good. Okay. Oh, they trick. Interesting. Okay. Wait, that... Oh. Oh. What? What? Okay. Oh, no. Ring target. Oh, great. Ring target means I can get affected by Expanding Force, but there's no way Expanding Force does more, right, than Dazzling Gleam? I think I still go on a Reela regardless. I guess the question is, how fast is the Braviary? I'm locked into Kowtow Cleave because... oh, wait, no, I'm not locked into Kowtow Cleave. I can't Sucker Punch the Braviary if I want to. If U-turn KOs the Hatterene, I'm in a good spot. I mean, I think I just U-turn the Hatterene. Because I think it KOs, and then I can suck... I don't know if Sucker Punch actually KOs. I think I just Kowtow. I'm going to Kowtow the Braviary. Because I have no idea what its speed tier is going to be, like if it's going to be fast on this team or not. We see the swap out. This is into Entity. Perfect. If this Braviary is slower than my Gambit, I mean, it's winnable. Even actually, it is winnable if it is slower than my Gambit. But let's see. Oh wow, it is. Okay. Expanding Force. Oh, it does not KO. Gambit kind of broken. Gambit kind of broken. Okay. Kowtow gonna be saying goodbye to that Braviary. And then I get the U-turn off. And then I should have this game sealed. Is the U-turn going to come out into the Entity? We get rid of... Oh, shoot. Oh. Okay. I don't get my Grassy Terrain. Should be fine, though. Yeah, because Entity comes out. Are they going to double Trick Room? I feel like you should double Trick Room here. I mean, my best play is to go Dragapult anyway and probably protect the Gambit. Yeah, no, it's always the better play anyway. Yeah, it 100% is. Because even if they double Trick Room, reverse to Trick Room, I can still bring in the Rillaboom the next turn, which is fine. Okay, they just go for Helping Hand. So Helping Hand, Expanding Force. They are going to lose the game to Rillaboom plus Gambit. Was not expecting this. Dazzling Gleam going to come out into the Dragapult, pick up the knockout, but I did save Rillaboom for last here. I get to bring out the Grassy Terrain, and yeah, if they double Trick Room, I mean, it's still a bit of strange maneuvering because the Dragapult's in an awkward spot. I think I switch out my Rillaboom into King Gambit and I just click Dragon Darts. And I'm pretty sure I take a Helping Hand, Dazzling Gleam with Rillaboom, and then I can just like Grassy Glide, Fake Out, Sucker Punch, Threaten. I think it would be generally pretty good. We know it's a Jax button on the Entity. Trick Room's out, so I can just go for the Fake Out into the Entity slot, and I can go for the Kowtow Cleave into the Hatterene slot. They reveal they have Protect on the Entity. Okay. Do they have Protect on the Hatterene too? They don't, but I didn't double the Entity, so that's perfect. Because I do outspeed the Hatterene. I assume I do. Yeah. I assume I do. Kowtow gonna pick up the knock on Hatterene. Now I just focus down the Entity with Woodhammer. Ring target trick Hatterene. I mean, the problem with running that is, sure, you can hit the Gambit, but the problem was they did no damage. Like, the Expanding Force without, like, boosting items isn't picking up knockouts into the gambit. We can wood hammer, we can sucker punch, and that would be guaranteed a good game here. What a crazy tech of a team, but was able to really power through. I think the early parts, was able to get good damage in Sneasler, was able to get rid of Sneasler, which was their best answer to King Gambit. Was able to get a surprise good amount of damage into the Hatterene with the Quaquaval Aqua Step, and then like was able to set up this end game with Rillaboom and the King Gambit. I guess like the only microplay I could have went for was Sucker Punch into Braviary. I'm not too familiar with like how Hisuian Braviary is, because I know regular Braviary has really good physical defense, so I wasn't sure if they would be able to take the Sucker Punch. I guess with Terra Dark I probably do pick up the knockout even if I lost my black glasses, so maybe I should still Sucker Punch, but luckily no crit, so I was fine there. Pelipper, Arcaladon, Incineroar, Amoonguss, the Basket Legion, and the Mousehold. Oh, if I'm not mistaken, I mean, it's a pretty standard team for the most part, but this should be the team. I think this is probably the run to call that one Baltimore, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. That's okay by me. I do have quite a bit. Now, Amoonguss is not exactly a easy mon, I think, to handle, but I do like... a lot of potentials. I do like my Pelipper. A lot of Pelipper Arcaladon might be a really great lead here. I think I will lead it for the most part. Quaquaval's good against Arcaladon and Incineroar. Rillaboom for the Basket Legion? I think so. I could have seen myself bring the Dragapult, but I gotta watch out because I have no Hurricane switch-ins. So the Pelipper is going to be a priority that I do have. King Gambit's like okay. I wouldn't say it's amazing because they do have body press on Arcaladon most likely, which is scary. They do have the Aqua Jet option with the Basket Legion, although I think it was Mystic Water and not Choice Band, so that makes things a lot easier. But we'll find out. So Basket Legion is probably one of the biggest threats. Arcaladon probably the second one. Amoonguss is just going to be a big annoyance. Can I get rid of Amoonguss early? I probably can with Draco Meteor. The question is like, what are they leading here? Incineroar Amoonguss, I don't think it's likely into rain. Oh, they lead Pelipper Arcaladon. Okay. I'm okay with just firing off Electro Shots. Electro Shot plus Hurricane doesn't sound too bad in my eyes. Because I think we're just going to play aggressive here for the most part. Or I could U-turn. U-turn would actually be kind of nice. U-turn would be kind of nice, actually. Because Pelipper, keeping Pelipper around would be great. You know what? I'm going to U-turn. I'm going to Electro Shot. I don't think Pelipper protects here. Yeah, they're going to retreat. And if this is Amoonguss... Well, if it's Amoonguss, I could have Hurricane. Could have Hurricaned. I would have probably liked the Hurricane more than the U-turn. I mean, it's still okay, though. I get the U-turn off into Amoonguss. I'm about to get some massive damage onto that Amoonguss with Electro Shot. They really have very limited switch options. I am going to go out into Rillaboom. Trying to cover for an Electro Shot from their Arcaladon. And I also have Fake Out Pressure the next turn. Wonder how much damage I'm doing to this Amoonguss. Hopefully a decent amount. And then maybe I go for Terra Electric KO the next turn, which might be really good. Let's see. We will go for the Terra Electric, or we will go for the Electro Shot. How much damage we do to your Amoonguss? Good damage. Okay. And then the Electro Shot. I wonder who their back is. I think we're probably okay. Yeah, they Electro Shot in my Pelipper. Perfect. Okay, so I think this is still pretty ideal. Like, I could have got a Hurricane Electro Shot, probably knocked out... maybe I would have knocked out the Amoonguss. It might have been close. But now I can go for Fake Out into Arcaladon, and I can go for Terra Electric Electro Shots. KO the Amoonguss guaranteed, and I think I might take that. I think I will go for it. Because I want to make sure I guarantee the knock on Amoonguss. Amoonguss is just so annoying. So I'll aim for KOing the Amoonguss. I'm okay with using my Terra here because Terra Water doesn't help me on my Quaquaval. Terra Ghost is the only option I could have seen on the Pelipper where maybe it affects the Mousehold endgame. But I feel like I have so many tools against the Mousehold, so I should be alright. I think the question is like, what is their last last? Is it Mousehold? Is it Basculegion? I think that's going to be a good question. So we fake out the Archaludon. It probably Sport attempted with the Amoonguss, so I should be fine. We confirm it's not sturdy, so that's nice. We are going to get the Terra Electric for a +2 now. And say goodbye to your Amoonguss. Was it Terra Grass on the Basculegion, or was it Terra Water? I think it was Terra Water if I'm not mistaken. But then again, I shouldn't assume that based on the information. We do get the KO on Amoonguss, which is nice. Our Archaludon does flinch. And let's see who's going to be brought out. If it's Pelipper, I think I Grassy Glide Electroshot the Pelipper. I wonder if I KO'd our Archaludon, man. I don't think so. I have +2 Choice Specs Terra Electric, but I don't think I KO'd our Archaludon at this range. Basculegion does come out. All right. I think I'm just going to go for a Woodhammer then into Basculegion, because I don't think Grassy Glide normally picks up the KO. I don't think it does. And then I'm just going to Electroshot the Archaludon and get the damage I need for like Quaquaval. I think this is a really good position where just Terra Electric can just blow things up right now. We are going to see a Terra come out from my opponent, which I think has to be Basculegion, right? Yeah, Basculegion Terra into Terra Water. Okay. Luckily, I do have Sturdy on Archaludon, so I'm not worried at all about this Basculegion attack. Yeah, they go for the Wave Crash. Going to target down the Archaludon. I guess best play was technically Grassy Glide if they were going to Wave Crash, because if they Wave Crash, they do take the recoil, so I didn't have to take the recoil of Woodhammer myself. But, I mean, I think this is still like a really safe play regardless. We do go for the Electroshot here. +3 Electroshot with Terra Electric Choice Specs. I'm assuming it's going to do some absurd damage into this Archaludon. Am I right? We'll find out. Yeah, that's some absurd damage, all right. That is some absurd damage. All right, beautiful. They go for the Dragon Pulse double up, KO'd Archaludon, but I think Quaquaval is going to come in and then sweep the end game. Yeah, Quaquaval should come in, sweep the end game. We go for Woodhammer. We Woodhammer? No, we Grassy Glide always, right? Yeah, we Grassy Glide. Here comes Woodhammer, going to KO the Basculegion. Basculegion goes down, but now we get to go out into our Quaquaval. And the Quaquaval should always outspeed the Pelipper at least, so we should have always a guaranteed safe endgame. Yeah, because they can't Terra anymore. Quaquaval does outspeed Pelipper, yep. And then we close combat the Archaludon. Go for Grassy Glide. If Archaludon's fast on their team, I mean, I don't think so, probably, based on how well it took the Electroshot. I'm pretty sure it has to be invested into bulk, which means I don't think it's invested into speed. We go into Quaquaval. Here's Pelipper. And yeah, we just Grassy Glide, I think, the Pelipper slot, and we go for the close combat into Archaludon. It's +2 defense, but shouldn't matter. It's like way too low on the Archaludon. The Pelipper, I guess if the Pelipper has Scarf or something and they get the Hurricane Confusion, maybe. Yeah, I just outspeed. Okay, perfect. Close combat picks up the knockout on Archaludon, and then this Pelipper can go for Hurricane into whoever slot they want, but like I have too many resources available to just win the end game. The Moxie boost on top of it, so I guarantee KO the Pelipper. They go for a Tailwind last ditch, sure. It doesn't really change anything. And now Grassy Terrain ends? No, we still have Grassy Terrain. I mean, we just Woodhammer and we go for a I guess Aqua Step. Why not? Well, Aqua Step, because with the rain it's literally the same base power. So yeah. Ooh, Specs Archaludon was able to do so much damage, and I mean so much damage. Like you can't play passive against it because it just keeps charging. And yeah, the Amoonguss, luckily we were able to threaten the KO on Pelipper. They hard switched, and then like they just had slower mons against Archaludon, had fake out pressure against the Archaludon. Was just able to build up like so much damage with it, where Quaquaval was just able to sweep in the end. All right, we have Annihilate, Grimmsnarl, Clefairy, Clefable, Mousehold, and Fernape. Not sure what I'm supposed to say about this team. I really don't, but I do like Pelipper a lot in this matchup. I think Quaquaval's really good. King Gambit's not bad with the Iron Head, but they do have double fighting. Real is probably not amazing here. Dragapult's probably a bring. I think it's Pelipper plus Archaludon lead, which is pretty strong. And then I think in the back, I'll do Quaquaval and the Dragapult. I don't want to lead Dragapult because them leading Grim is very likely. If they lead a fighting type next to Grim, I could always switch out into Dragapult on the fighting move potentially into Archaludon, or I could attack because I am able to play aggressive against this team. I have no idea if they bring Infernape in the rain matchup, but Archaludon's such a threat they might. Let's see what they decide to lead here, because I'm trying to figure out what this team is. Mouse Ape, okay. As I lead my Pelipper and I lead my Archaludon. This is perfectly fine because I can go for the Tailwind. Yeah, I can just go for Tailwind and Electro Shot. The question is, who do I want to Electro Shot? Probably the Annihilate. Actually, I probably want to Electro Shot the Mouse. I think I want to target the Mouse. Let's see. So I like this idea of getting the Tailwind up, and I'm faster than Mousehold thanks to the Choice Scarf and being Timid Nature. I have no idea what the Annihilate set is on this team, but we'll find out. We see a Terra come out, all right. I don't know who the Terra is going into. Annihilate for Hurricane, I guess. If I had Electro Shot the Annihilate, this would have been so over. It would have been so over. Okay. Follow me, right? It has to be. They did not. Okay, I could have just one-shot the Annihilate potentially this turn, but I can maybe one-shot the next turn. Here comes Electro Shot. They also, if they don't bulk up, they don't really get the boost, so that's actually kind of nice. We do Electro Shot the Mouse. Goodbye, Mouse, which is great. Okay, so Mouse goes down. Could have got the Annihilate, which would have been the nicer target, but not too bad. They Rage Fist. Oh, they went for beat up Rage Fist. Oh, beautiful. Because Archaludon's sturdy is broken, which isn't ideal, but that's still a pretty dang good turn. Is that Infernape? No, Clefable. Okay. I mean, they have to follow me here, which if they go for follow me, might as well just bring out the Quaquaval so I can threaten the Aqua Step into the... The only problem is speed ties are actually kind of weird in this. I'm going to Electro Shot the Annihilate slot, and I'm just going to go out into the Quaquaval. Sure, they could Moonblast. Does Moonblast KO Archaludon since it has no bulk? Maybe it does. Maybe this is a mistake. I'm definitely switching out my Pelipper, though. I think I should have Electro Shot at the Clef. I really feel like I should have Electro Shot at the Clef. Let's see. Because I feel like the damage might have been necessary for the Aqua Step later on, but we'll see. Do they protect a Moonblast? No, they just follow me. Okay, so I was pretty much right on that instinct at least. Should be okay here. I get a good amount of damage in the Clef. Like, the thing is, the Annihilate is nowhere near set up, so its damage output is very limited. I don't even know Drain Punch will knock out Archaludon because Archaludon has a really good physical defense. So here comes a Electro Shot. Oh, that's so good damage into Clef. They do Drain Punch. Yeah, it doesn't even KO. Perfect. All right, we're going to go for Aqua Step, and I am not risking the speed tie and losing my Archaludon. I'm actually going to go hard into my Dragapult here, because what Dragapult allows me to do, make sure that I keep my Archaludon around, and it switches in easily on a Drain Punch. And hopefully the Clef goes down here to the Aqua Step. And then I get a Moxie boost, which is also pretty good. Because I don't risk speed ties, right? Because Quaquaval and Archaludon speed tie, which made this position awkward, right? Because the turn plays out very differently depending on what happens with the speed tie. If Archaludon wins the speed tie, then I get an Aqua Step into the Annihilate by booster Rage Fist, and I don't get the Moxie boost. It's just a really weird situation, I think. With this, I end up being in a really good spot. Yep. Perfect. Perfect. And now Quaquaval was looking really nice for some heavy damage. It outspeeds everything on their team as well. They're gonna bring out the Clef. Okay. And I have a very nice play here of protect the Quaquaval. I go for Phantom Force into the Clef, and I get to scout for protect from the clef here, which I think they do. Yep, perfect. And then I don't know if this is bulk up or if this is like just Rain Punch or Rage Fist or whatever. I think it should be bulk up, but that's fine. Because I don't want to hit the Annihilate to boost up its Rage Fist. Yeah, exactly. It's also covered if Clefairy went for like any attack like a Moonblast, because I still have Focus Sash on my Quaquaval available. So now I can go for Aqua Step into Phantom Force into the Clef, pick up that knockout, and I'm still in a really, really good spot. I wonder if I could set up a position where I can get the Electro Shot off into Annihilate. Aqua Step going to come out into the Clef. Beautiful. They weren't also likely to protect here, also just because of the Phantom Force targeting down the Clef. If they didn't protect the last turn as well, which also was a really good thing. So I'm able to get rid of the Clef. They go for like what? Rain Punch into Quaquaval? Sure. Rain stops, but that's perfectly fine. I'm actually going to go for... Do I have a risk Pelipper? Actually, no, I can definitely risk Pelipper here. I go for Close Combat into Annihilate, and I think I swap out a Pelipper. I think even if they go for a Rage Fist and a Pelipper, I should be fine. It's +1 Rage Fist, I guess. But it's only like 100 base power. Pelipper has decent physical defense, so I feel like I'll be okay here. I get the Close Combat into Annihilate. If they take the knock-on Quaquaval, I just win by going for Tailwind Electro Shot, right? That pretty much just seals up the win. So Close Combat going to come out into the Annihilate. Huge amounts of damage. And are they going to take the K on Quaquaval or... Oh, they bulked up again because maybe they expected Protect there. Okay, that works out perfectly too. I think I just win the end game now with... do I need to Tailwind? No, I don't Tailwind. I think I just straight up Hurricane now. Yeah, I just straight up Hurricane now. Because I'm doing way too much damage for Quaquaval. Hurricane can come out. It outspeeds the Annihilate. Yeah, battle gonna be forfeited. Beautiful. Beautiful. The team of Mouse and Apes has been conquered by the Ducks. The Ducks rule. The Ducks are the superior animal. Garchomp, Pelipper, Whimsicott, Blood Moon, Ursaluna, Annihilate, and the Archaludon. Alright, so I guess the main question is it going to be Final Gambit Annihilate? Or is it just going to be like a standard beat up paired with the Whimsicott for the Annihilate? That's a good question. I do like... Let's see, Pelipper's really good here. I like the Archaludon, which is pretty solid. Probably sturdy on their Archaludon, which makes this a little bit difficult. Probably need priority in this matchup. Yeah, I'd probably need priority because I don't know if I'm getting Tailwind up this game, which is going to be a big concern. Do I want King Gambit or do I want Reel Up? Probably, it's probably King Gambit. The Sucker Punch is more effective, but I am going to bring the Archaludon. I think I'm going to bring Archaludon Pelipper. Should be good. Maybe Rillaboom, because Rillaboom's nice into Garchomp, as well as switching into Blood Moon too, and it could switch into Electro Shot, which I kind of like. And then I think I could use the Quaquaval as an endgame sweeper. I think that might be good here. Let's try it out. I think this could be good. We'll see. There's a lot of tools that they do have. The Whimsicott's going to be annoying. Mainly the... I'm thinking like Whimsicott or Calydon League could be a bit difficult with Electro Shot and the Pelipper as an option. So I do need to get rid of that mon specifically because otherwise it is going to be very difficult. Gonna see the lead. Whimsicott or Calydon. Yep, not too surprising. I lead my Pelipper plus the Archaludon. I think I'm gonna go straight for a Electro Shot. Do I want Electro Shot or do I just want Dragon Pulse? Dragon Pulse is probably better, right? Yeah, like Choice Specs Dragon Pulse is pretty ideal into the Archaludon and maybe just go out into Rillaboom so I can Grassy Glide. Yeah, I like that a lot. Because it shouldn't be sturdy on it shouldn't be stalwart on Archaludon. So I should be able to get a Dragon Pulse, bring it down to sturdy, and then Grassy Glide follow up afterward. We get to avoid the Electro Shots doing a ton of damage to my Rillaboom, which is nice. We are going to see straight up just Moonblast into Pelipper. Okay, they might think I'm Focus Sash, which is actually really good. Okay. Electroshock going to be fired off here. All right. I guess the question is, what do I want to do the next turn? Yeah, they do Electroshots, the Rillaboom. Perfect. So I am able to take that extremely well. We do get the Dragon Pulse off. This is Choice Spec. Should bring it down to Focus Sash or Sturdy mode. Yep. Perfect. Okay, Grassy Glide will be punishing that Archaludon in the future. The question is, what do I want to do with my Archaludon? Do I want to switch out? Do I want to Dragon Pulse that slot? I could see myself Dragon Pulsing that slot or going Pelipper. I kind of like the Pelipper play. So I'm going to go Pelipper, and I think I'm just going to Grassy Glide the Archaludon. No point of going for Fake Out. I could U-turn if I really want to, but I want to make sure the Archaludon never gets an attack off again. I think Grassy Glide should KO at that range, since it's not bulky Archaludon. They protect Archaludon, which makes sense. Okay. And Grassy Glide attempt. Oh, they didn't Tailwind. What did they go for? They went for Moonblast. Okay, into my Pelipper. It's a special attack drop, which is unfortunate. All right. Ooh, not getting Tailwind up for the remainder of the game would not be great here. I don't know if it's in Grassy Glide range anymore. I don't think it is. I think my best play is probably just to go for... Maybe it's Sack Pelipper here now, unfortunately. I think I will have to. I'm going to go for a Tailwind, and I'm going to go for the Wood Hammer into the Archaludon. They might Moonblast again, which would be... Oh, they did Moonblast again. Okay, that's perfect for me. I am able to get the Tailwind up, which means I should outspeed the Archaludon. Yep, and get the Wood Hammer. Should KO. Yep, perfect. Okay. So I do get the Tailwind up this game, which is actually massive, because being able to... like match that Tailwind is so big for the rest of my team. They go for a Moonblast and a Pelipper to take the knockout, but Pelipper getting that Tailwind up and setting up the rain is really, really good. Okay. That's fantastic for me. All right. And now we can go out into Archaludon, I think. With that Sturdy, we should be safe. I could go for a Flash Cannon, maybe a U-turn Flash Cannon combination, and that should be pretty strong, unless they want to bring out a... Who would they bring out? Garchomp? If it's Garchomp, I probably want to tar down the Whimsicott more than the Garchomp, realistically, because Garchomp probably shouldn't be that big of a threat to my Quaquaval Rillaboom back. They do bring out, I think that is Garchomp. It is Garchomp. Okay. I could Draco Meteor too. Like a Draco Meteor would probably KO. But Whimsicott's also kind of annoying for my... I think it is kind of annoying for my Quaquaval. So I think I'd rather just go for the... Did I Wood Hammer to put them in? No, Wood Hammer takes so much recoil probably. I think I'd rather just go for the U-turn. All right, we see a Terra come out. I imagine this is Garchomp. I have no idea what the Terra is. Steel would make a lot of sense to me, which is why I also didn't want to target the Garchomp slot. Okay, yeah, perfect. So Flash Cannon into Whimsicott's correct unless they have Protect here and go for it. And I imagine they want the Tailwind here. Yep, perfect. Okay, super ideal turn. All right. Whimsicott gets the Tailwind up, but we are able to get... Is that Outrage? Okay. We are able to get the Flash Cannon off. Why is it Outrage Garchomp? It doesn't look like it's Choice Banded either, so I don't know why it's Outrage, but we'll take it. We are able to get the Whimsicott down to Sturdy. We get the U-turn off into Whimsicott. We do have to watch out because they have an extra turn of Tailwind, but otherwise, as long as I can pin this Garchomp slot with a close combat, I should be fine. All right, this is looking pretty nice so far. We go out into Quaquaval and we'll probably sack Archaludon. They use their Terra. The last mon is going to be a big deal. Like, what is that last mon? Is going to be massive. Is it Annihilate? Is it... That is Pelipper, I think. Yeah, that's Pelipper. Okay. Pelipper is not easy to handle, but it should be winnable. Especially since I have Terra available. So I want to go for Dragon Pulse. Or not Dragon Pulse, Flash Cannon to break a Pelipper Sash. But I guess I'll protect the Quaquaval because I want to see what the attack is here. Let's see if they Outrage or not. Scarf Pelipper. Okay, good to confirm that. All right, good to know, good to know, good to know. They get the Outrage target, which is fine. All right, into Archaludon. Did they get confused here? They do get confused here. How many turns of terrain are left? Rain stops. Okay, perfect. Okay, I was a little bit worried because I knew I needed a Grassy Glide to clean up the Pelipper slot. Unless the Garchomp for some reason is hecka slow and the Pelipper is just like max speed, which I don't believe in that speed interaction because the Archaludon was outsped by the Garchomp, so I should be safe here to just fake out the Pelipper. We'll go for a Terra Water Aqua Step into the Pelipper. The reason we go for the Terra Water Aqua Step is to make sure the Pelipper is in range of the Grassy Glide afterward. We go for Grassy Glide and then Close Combat, and then we should be able to seal up the game thanks to Aqua Step getting that speed boost. So we outspeed the Garchomp once Tailwind's over, since it's not Scarf on the Garchomp. Okay, Fake Out. Prevent the Pelipper from moving. Garchomp is confused. Doesn't matter if it gets a hit off. Gets the Outrage off into Quaquaval, which is actually perfectly fine. All right. And we get Aqua Step off into the Pelipper. Yeah, that should be Grassy Glide range if I'm not mistaken. This is my last turn. Tailwind. I go for Grassy Glide into Pelipper, and I guess I just protect the Quaquaval. It wasn't Choice Band damage, so I don't know how much Outrage does to Rillaboom. I should live a Rough Skin after another turn of Grassy Terrain if I'm not mistaken. I need Grassy Glide to make sure it KOs the Pelipper, which I imagine does since it should be Frail Pelipper. Yeah, okay, so Pelipper goes down, beautiful. And then Garchomp, if you outrage the Quaquaval, it's a guaranteed loss here. They snap out. Okay, they hit the Quaquaval slot, beautiful. Because now I can Grassy Glide the Garchomp in case it's Focus Sash, I assume. Like, I don't know what item it is at this point. Like, I can't tell if it's Focus Sash, but I'm just going to go for Grassy Glide Close Combat. I'm going to Grassy Glide. I'm going to go for Close Combat. Their Tailwind petered out. My Tailwind petered out the turn before, so yeah, we should have this game guaranteed sealed with Close Combat into Grassy Glide. Yeah, I think we're fine here. Yep, Close Combat into Garchomp, picks up the knockout. Okay, perfect. I think that endgame was really well done. Did we ever reveal who had the Focus Sash? We didn't, right? I don't think we did, because we saw starting on our Archaludon. I think I got an attack off into Whimsicott before. I don't think it revealed Cloak, so I don't remember if I made it reveal Sash earlier. Like, the only thing was the Sash Garchomp, and then I would have probably had to rely on self-hit Confusion on the Garchomp because it snapped out. If it outraged target into Rillaboom into KOs, I needed to get confused again and then hit itself. Which I don't think the odds are that bad because they also had to get the right outrage targets as well, and they did not. So I felt like it was pretty good in my favor. Arcanine regular form, Rillaboom, King Gambit, the Clefable, Sneasler, and Hydreigon. All right, so it's interesting to see the... It's always interesting to see regular Arcanine. I don't know if I really want to bring King Gambit into this. Yeah, I don't think I really want to bring King Gambit. I mean, King Gambit does have Iron Head, but I don't think it's enough. Dragapult is good against their team. I actually like Quaquaval plus Dragapult, but there is the King Gambit I do have to watch out for. Yeah, it is going to get tricky, but I think I'm okay with risking this. A daily Clefable. It's a bit annoying. Do I want to lead the... Maybe I try a different approach. I think Pelipper might be the lead here. Pelipper or Archaludon doesn't sound too bad to me. With the back of Dragapult and Quaquaval. I don't need Rillaboom in this matchup. It doesn't really do much other than Grassy Glide, potential Focus Sash on the Sneasler. King Gambit's not terrible, but I wouldn't say it's great. I think Dragapult puts on some really good offensive pressure once King Gambit goes down, and if Clef Terrazor is removed from the field. I really like the Quaquaval to help out against the King Gambit, as well as the Arcanine. The Archaludon is my best mod to deal with the Clefable. So let's see what they decide to do. I can go for like Electroshot Tailwind. I'm trying to figure out what they lead here. If they lead to Sneasler, I have a Dragapult potential switch in for the Archaludon slot. Let's find out what they lead. Gonna be the lead of Rillaboom Sneasler. Okay. Is this Grassy Seed Sneasler? Alright, we get the Drizzle. Grassy Surge. Okay. Alright, it's not... It is not. So I think I could go for a U-turn into Sneasler, and I think I'm gonna go Dragapult on a potential close combat. It could Grassy Glide, Dire Claw, the Pelipper, which is a play they can make. I could have went for the Terra Ghost. I don't know if I really want a Terra Ghost because I might need the Terra to help out against King Gambit. They fake out my Pelipper. Did they double that slot? Did they U-turn? Oh, they just went for straight for the Woodhammer. Okay, aggressive. I guess if I did Terra Ghost, I would have been in a really fantastic spot, but I still think that this is not a bad position. I think I just get in my Quaquaval. As long as it's not Dark Move Sneasler, I think I'm okay. Quaquaval comes in. I think I'm just going to go for Protect with Quaquaval, go for Dragon Darts. I don't know if there are Protects involved, but I should be okay. Dragon Darts is going to do a lot of chip, and then once I break a Sash on Sneasler, then I can Dragon Darts again and go in Archaludon, for instance. Which is what I'm trying to build up for. Dragon Darts does huge amount of Sneasler, but no crit, which activates a potential Sash, which is good. They went for the close combat into the Quaquaval. Is this U-turn? No, they went for Woodhammer double up. Okay, perfect. I think I always go into Archaludon because we definitely eat the Grassy Glide. And I'm going to go for Dragon Darts here. No reason to risk my Sash on Quaquaval, where Sash can be very, very valuable in an endgame. I think they expected me to go out into Archaludon or just really wanted to knock out with the Woodhammer close combat. So I'm going Archaludon now. I'm going for the Dragon Darts. Let's see what they decide to click here. Protect is fine on the Sneasler. I don't know. Did they U-turn? If they U-turn, it's not great, but... No, they Grassy Glide. Perfect. So Archaludon eats that up. We can now fire off Electroshot and Dragon Darts, which is nice. Oh, wait, no. We redirect into Rillaboom, right? Okay, so we still KO'd a Rillaboom. Did we get back to Sturdy with the Grassy Terrain? I don't think we do. I think we're 3 HP off. Yeah. Okay. What's coming out? King Gambit? Oh, Clefable. Interesting. All right, I am forced to Terra. I will Terra my Archaludon, I suppose. I'm gonna Terra. Is Electroshot stronger? Flash Cannon, right? Trying to think about this. I definitely want to Terra here. The question is, what am I doing with Dragapult? Yeah, I always Terra. I think I Terra Electroshot the Clef because I think it should pick up the knockout. Maybe I just Flash Cannon and Dragon Darts. I think that's probably okay. Because I lived a close combat with Archaludon, which is like the really important factor. And then I get the KO into Clef. I guess the thing is Clef could Protect here, right? Oh, wait, what? What? Why did they... Wait, what? Specs Flash Cannon. Did we KO? Oh, we did. I'm shocked. It could have just followed me. I was thinking about switching out, but like there was no move I was going to reset to that was going to help me against a Gambit endgame. So I thought there was no point. Just Dragon Darts in case they make the mistake. Looks like they made the mistake. King Gambit's going to come out, but... I don't think you win. I have Quaquaval and I still have a sturdy Archaludon, which I am going to retreat here, I think. But I can't get the Terra Electric off. Yeah, but I don't want to lock... Actually, no, I should just attack anyway, right? Because I preserve my Sash for a purpose. Yeah, I'm just going to Flash Cannon Dragon Darts. That was an interesting interaction. I was expecting Follow Me to redirect both hits of the Dragon Darts into a Flash Can, that close combat, and then Flash Can KOs the Clefable, and then they could threaten Sucker Punch into my Dragapult in the end game. But that is not what happened. They go for Swords Dance, but I mean, their King Gambit's really low, and they can only target one mana at a time. I have a Sturdy Mon out. I have a Focus Sash Mon in the back. Not looking too great for your King Gambit. So yeah, I think this game endgame definitely should have been more complicated with the Follow Me from the Clefable. But hey, I'm not complaining, right? I'm not complaining. They go for a Sucker Punch, KO the Dragapult. But yeah, I just spam Flash Cannon. I go for the Aqua Step. So yeah, Flash Cannon or a close combat. Yeah, I just close combat. Flash Cannon. I could upper hand if I really want to. You know what? Let's upper hand. Let's upper hand. I think this is probably a forfeit, but upper hand getting the KO would be pretty fun. So let's upper hand. They didn't go for the Sucker Punch, but Flash Cannon should get the KO. And even if like they live somehow, they can't come back in the game. Yep, get rid of the King Gambit. All right, we'll take it. We will take it. So I used my Quaquaval as a bait mainly in this game, but yeah, like I think the MVP was really just dishing out a huge amount of damage with the Dragapult early. I was really happy with how Dragon Darts was able to really play around. The Clefable got in a little bit early, but I think it was okay because it was like, I thought Electroshock, maybe Electroshock was the play, because if Electroshock KOs Clefable, covers for Terra Water, but Dragon Darts Flash Cannon doesn't KO, that's the thing. So I don't know if Electroshock was the better play or if it was Flash Cannon, but I was able to get it right. Blaziken, King Gambit, Dragonite, Arcalon, Amoonguss, and Rillaboom. All right. So how do I want to perform against this team? Quaquaval's really good in the Blaziken, but they do have Double Grass, which makes it pretty annoying. We do have Pelipper though, that's good against Double Grass at least. Dragonite's a little bit concerning. I think lead-wise, I want to go with Arcalon plus Quaquaval, I think is pretty decent here. I want Pelipper in the back for sure. And then last Pokemon, I feel like a Spore switching would be nice, but Sucker Punch is also pretty good. Dragapult is also pretty decent against this team if I'm able to get rid of the Dragonite. Huh. It's not having a Spore switching is kind of awkward. But you know what? I think I will play it. Let's see. This team just plays offense, right? So a lot of this, I think, is just going to come down to me playing offensive against their team regardless. So I'd rather just try to get as quick knockouts as possible with the... Like, I don't think I really want to force switching. We're going to see the Arcalon and Blaziken, which is nice. Okay. Versus Quaquaval and the Arcalon. All right. I have no idea where this is going to go. Pelipper would have been an okay lead here. Where the switch is gonna be. So I think it's Sturdy and Focus Sash, which makes this a bit awkward. This Arcalon. The thing is, we might be speed tying the... I do want to tar down their Arcalon really badly. I think it's okay too. I think I'm gonna flash Dragon Claw, and I think I'm gonna Aqua Step the Arcalon. I don't know if Blaziken plays offensive or not. They protect, okay. Is this double protect? Be really nice if I get rid of Arcalon. I don't think it's Assault Vest. Okay, they're timid, or well, there are a lot of potential speed ties involved in this right now. Okay. Power Herb, Electroshot, the Quaquaval, but I do have Focus Sash, which is really nice here. All right. Hello. Dragon Pulse into Arcalon, which should bring it to Sturdy. Yep. Okay, perfect. And then we also have the Aqua Step into the Arcalon, picking up the knockout. It's really weird when you have interactions like that. Okay, we do get rid of Arcalon, which is nice. Oh boy. Get the Moxie boost, which is really nice. We have our speed boost as well. They have speed boost too. I don't know. Do they run Modest or Timid Blaziken? I think Quaquaval should be faster, but I don't know. A Dragonite going to come in. I have Dragapult, so I'm not too concerned at the moment. It actually could have been a three-way speed tie. Like, that could have been three-way speed tie. I think I'm going to definitely Dragon Pulse Blaziken. I don't know what I'm doing with Quaquaval. I feel like Upper Hand might not be a bad play, but I think Protect is probably all right. I think Protect is fine. All right, no Protects on their side. That's, okay, aggressive. They go for Extreme Speed into Quaquaval. Nice. And Heat Wave or a Spear? Or a Spear, all right. Into the Archaludon. Have the Sturdy, which is great. And Dragon Pulse to ship your Focus Sash, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, okay. I want to save Quaquaval because Quaquaval's good into a endgame where there is the King Gambit involved. So I do think I go for a Dragon Pulse. I'm going to go for the... I think I always target Blaziken, actually. Yeah, I always target Blaziken, and I'm going to swap out into Dragon Pulse because if they attack, it's probably like Aura Spears, Extreme Speeds, most likely. I think this should be safe. Going to go into Dragon Pulse. Yep, the Extreme Speed, perfect. Into Dragon Pulse, this should be Aura Spear or Vacuum Wave. The thing about Vacuum Wave is I could have upper handed, but that's fine. Because now I get to go out into Pelipper. Pelipper weakens the damage to fire moves here, and I can go for a Weather Ball plus Dragon Darts combination into Dragonite. I could Tailwind, but I don't think that's really helpful. I think I Weather Ball. I'm going to Weather Ball Dragon Darts. If they protect, they just go down. We're going to see a Terra. This is Terra normal, probably. I like the idea of Weather Ball here. This endgame's gonna be so rough. Why are you Terra Fairy? Oh no. Terra Fairy Dragon Knight? It's definitely multi-scale. Wait, they scale shotted. And I dodged. I mean, I'm just clicking Dragon Darts. I need to get rid of Blaziken because Blaziken is just fast. What the heck am I dealing with? Is there no King Gambit, actually? There might be no King Gambit. I don't know. Actually, I think I should double up the Blaziken slot because there's a chance Blaziken swaps out into King Gambit. Although I still... No, I'd probably still want to hit the Dragonite, actually. It's tough. It's definitely a tough situation. Blaziken did retreat. I feel like that this is King Gambit. Oh, it's a Moongus. Oh, I did not think it was a Moongus by the way they were playing. This is not great. I do get a Weather Ball off into Dragonite. Almost picks up the KO. Almost. If I got that knockout, it would have been huge. Okay. I think this is winnable, though. I want to say this is winnable. All right, we're going Quaquaval. Oh, this is so close because it just depends. I do have upper hand if they want to try to extreme speed, but they might scale shots here. I gotta read correctly, I think. I don't even know if I KO a Moongus with Weather Ball. Probably not. I mean, I think I Weather Ball regardless. The question is, am I protecting or am I attacking? Oh, this is so weird. I think I protect. I want to see extreme speed in a Quaquaval and a Spore and a Pelipper, but we'll see. I don't think the Dragonite is... Oh, I guess the Dragonite could be protect. I don't think they're going for it though. I do protect Quaquaval. A Rage Powder fearing Aqua Jet. Okay, that's nice. They scale shot the Pelipper. Okay, I need it to attack. Okay. I mean, I am going to take one. I do get a Weather Ball from a Moon. I don't know if Weather Ball is going to KO a Moon. Probably not. I just don't assume it. If I do, then I actually think I might have a shot of winning. I don't. Okay. Unless they want to throw, I could go for them throwing by not going for... You know what? I'm going to go for their throw. I'm going to upper hand and hope they AE speed. That is my hope, I think. I'm going for the AE speed instead of scale shot, not risking the miss chance. I think that's my only out, because if they just get a scale shot, I just lose anyway, because I don't have enough resources because all my Pokemon are low. They protect Dragonite, which makes sense. Okay. So I revealed my upper hand strat. Okay. Weather Ball gonna KO the Moon. It's not anything I can do, right? It's just Blaziken back. Terra Water doesn't help me. Terra Ghost can cheese me a potential win. I feel like what would be your play here? Probably Scale Shot the Pelipper and Blaziken attacks, right? I think so. I would upper hand my Blaziken, my Quaquaval. I would Vacuum Wave the... Would I Vacuum Wave Quaquaval? Oh, this is so weird. You know what? I gotta go for a Scale Shot miss, I think. And I'm gonna Vacuum Wave the Blaziken. Or upper hand the Blaziken in case it Vacuum Waves. I don't think he protect you. I think you go on the offense. And I'm going to Terra Ghost in case they Extreme Speed or Vacuum Wave the Pelipper for some reason. Because the Terra doesn't matter on the Quaquaval, but Pelipper can potentially win. Like if they really mess up. Ah, they protected. Wait, what did they target? Don't tell me you scale shotted the Quaquaval, because there was also protect. I could have. Oh man, I had an out then. They gave me an out of protecting and weather balling the Dragonite. Oh, actually, no, I probably didn't have an out most likely because. No, I think no, that would have been, yeah. Wait, no. The Blaziken revealed Vacuum Wave, right? It was special? I guess if they have an inaccurate move to hit the Pelipper, maybe? Okay, it was Heat Wave. We did have a chance, I suppose. Oh, so close. So close. Although I guess I did miss the fact that it was Fairy Dragonite. The fact it was Fairy. Any other Dragonite, normal, flying, anything, I was like, okay, I'm good against. Did not think it was Fairy because I needed the hits from Dragon Darts to hit the Dragon. I break that multi-scale. Close. I guess I probably also should have attacked. If I attacked at one turn with Quaquaval, although I guess we didn't see the item on Amoonguss. If it was Rocky Helmet Amoonguss, I probably lost anyway. Yeah, I would have lost 100% if it was Rocky Helmet Amoon. I don't think it was Citrus Berry. I don't think we got the recovery. If I locked in a Hurricane though, and the game might have been a completely different story. I thought it was Gambit back. All right, let's go over to games. In game one, this was a weird team and was not expecting a Trick Room route, but I was able to get good damage on their Hatterene and knock out the Sneasler with the help of Quaquaval, and the ring target trick onto my King Gambit, which allowed it to be hit by the psychic moves, didn't allow them to brute force it before it was able to clean up the end game. In game two, Choice Specs Arcalon was able to wreck my opponent as I was able to keep firing off electro shots without taking damage and set up for a Rillaboom and Quaquaval endgame sweep. In game 3, a game versus Mouses and Apes, but the Specs Arcalon was too strong under Tailwind that was able to delete their team with Quaquaval while the Annihilate couldn't set up quickly enough. In game 4, Start was a bit weird, but the turn 1 worked out great for me, especially them not expecting the Choice Scarf Pelipper, and was able to get Tailwind set up. I was then able to position my Quaquaval with Aqua Step next to Rillaboom to pin the Pelipper and outspeed their Terra Steel Garchomp in the end game. In game 5, turn 1 could have been amazing, but didn't pull the Terra on the Pelipper, but the Dragapult was able to do a lot against my opponent. The turn they really messed up was not going for Follow Me, as it would have allowed Sneasler to stay on the field. Electric Shot with Terra could have knocked out the Clefable and something I could have went for, but is a roll depending on how much special defense they had. So Terra Water could have been another option that could have been bad for me. So it might have came down to read on that turn, though there was potential Dragon Darts could have claimed a double knockout the next turn potentially. So I think either way, like Flash Cannon was still a reasonable play there on the Clefable, but I was always just contemplating on do they have potential Terra Water, which is a common Terra on Clefable, and it did work out because they allowed me to get the Flash Cannon, no Terra, and then I just got the best turn possible there. In game 6, lead wise, I regret not leading the Rain Mode, as it would have been really good as a lead. Terra Fairy Dragonite really caught me by surprise, as I thought my Dragon Darts endgame would have been fine, but it was not. Alongside locking to Weather Ball instead of Hurricane, expecting a King Game in the back, but a grass type did make sense. Would have needed to know about the Dragonite Terra, lead better, or lock into Hurricane, or attack with Quaquaval into the Amoonguss if it wasn't Rocky Helmet for a chance to win. This team has so many ways to pick up really strong knockouts, and it's no wonder why I did so well in the Global Challenge. If you had not known about this team, would you have expected the Choice Scarf on the Pelipper? Would you have expected the Choice Specs on Arcalon? Would you have expected the upper hand on the Quaquaval? I do not think so, and it is a really strong tech that this team, no surprise, it was able to perform really well in the Global Challenge. It's a bit harder to use the team because it's become a more well-known team, so it's a lot harder to win with these techs, but still very strong if your opponent doesn't know the techs, and still can perform well because it has so many overwhelming options. If you'd like to try it out, the rental code is on the screen. Hopefully it's still available by the time this video comes out, but if not, you can check out the details of the team and go check out Sempra in this video down below in the description. But otherwise, subscribe to the channel for more VGC content as always.